We're working on a client at the moment where we have a platform, a centralized landing page. We call it the digital demand hub, where that's our centralized tool, where all the emails, everything from LinkedIn, all the social stuff, that all links into that centralized tool, and that's being built at an account level. It's all scaled through the platform. It's really powerful. It's great, and you can attach UTMs onto all of the emails, so you can understand individually who's clicking on what, and that's where you can get that really great insights, where, to your point, you could see these 5 people, for example, at this account have all looked at these kind of resources, and this guy in particular has spent 10-15 minutes on the web page. It's really powerful stuff. But then likewise with another client that we're working with, we're finding that data is becoming a bit of a blocker for us because of GDPR and just data handling, being able to actually do anything beyond what's opted in. So we've had to pretty much create that strategy very differently to what we would normally do for a legitimate interest client, because we've had to build in opt-in as a very specific stream, because we can't actually do anything with the data until we have that. Have you had any experience with that? Have you got any have you got any thoughts on what an opt-in strategy should look like compared to legitimate interest?
Well, a great question. I mean, I battle with clients all the time where marketing teams want to know what they can and can't do, and I talk about legitimate interest, which in most cases, of course, would enable them to communicate with anybody as long as there's an opt-out in a business environment where it's appropriate. But then, of course, they go and get advice from their legal team, and the legal team, their first answer is no, and their second answer is definitely no. So in that context, I think it is difficult when you have large corporations that are being very cautious, obviously driven by their legal teams, not to do anything that could put them at risk, even by 0.5%. So I don't think there's a solution to that, really, other than to find ways to get people to opt in to great content, or to find other ways to engage, which could be via social selling. It could be the sales team reaching out via emails and so forth on LinkedIn. But it's a tough one, because if a company insists on an opt-in or a double opt-in or whatever we want to call it, then that becomes your sole mandate for the success or failure of a marketing campaign.